Welcome back. In today's movie, I want to explain the Dr. Hawkins chart, the vibrational chart of Dr. Hawkins. Hi, my name is Jerry, and I want to talk about spirituality. So, in today's movie, I want to explain the importance of the vibrational chart of Dr. Hawkins. The first time I saw this chart, I immediately understood why this chart is so powerful. So, the vibrational chart of Dr. Hawkins, you can see all of the different vibrations of feelings. For me, I was surprised that a lot of the energies that we are embodying, that these energies are actually lower energies. And for me, it was a big eye opener that I could see that these energies, they create a negative vibration in your body. So for instance, when I was looking at grief, and grief is a energy which a lot of people, they see it as a normal energy. You need to feel, and it is a must to feel all of these energies through your body. But there is a difference in feeling the energies, feeling the emotions, and letting the emotions pass through you, then feeling the energies every day in a repetitive mode. The difference is an energy form, a thought form, or a feeling, they are very powerful. They are the ones that are creating and ruling over our reality. Say, for instance, there is a feeling, and this feeling is grief or anger. And if you are now pushing this feeling away because this feeling is too emotional for you to experience, then you can do different things. You can avoid it, you can distract yourself, you can look away. If that doesn't work anymore, you can use drugs, you can use alcohol to numb it down. So everything except putting your consciousness, your awareness on this feeling and feeling the feeling and accepting it as it is. And the problem is, if you do that, if you push the feeling away, it becomes active in your system. It creates a loop. It creates a feeling of not being seen, and a person that is not being seen, eventually it will keep on asking for the attention. And this is the same thing what feelings do. Feelings, especially negative feelings, because negative feelings are the feelings that we push away, and these feelings will keep on pulling back our attention and creating a loop. And this loop can end if you understand that they are looking for your attention, and they only want your attention. They only want awareness. They want a positive awareness of this feeling. So, what happens is, when you don't feel the feeling and you don't accept the feeling and you push it away, it will go into your subconscious, it will go into your body, and there it will keep on coming up as a loop. You can see this with people which have a traumatic experience, is that this traumatic experience, this trauma, will be active in their body, and it will keep coming up to their consciousness. And sometimes they have pushed this traumatic experience so far away that the feeling is active, but the reason why this feeling is active, they don't know that anymore. So this is extreme version. Everybody also has a experience that they have pushed aside, pushed away, and then this feeling will keep on repeating. It will become a repetitive mode, and your mind will repeat the same story. You have to see it as folders. A feeling is a folder, and in this folder there are thoughts, there are things that happened to you, and your body will store it in the same way. It will save the thoughts in the feelings. Actually incorporate, embrace this feeling, the thoughts will disappear, because the feelings give the thoughts power. Now, if you look again at the vibrational chart of Dr. Hawkins, this is how you can see what these negative feelings, what they create. So I was looking at grief, and I thought that grief was a positive feeling. But the feeling, of course, is neutral of itself. But now if this feeling is creating a negativity in your mind, then this feeling will create a body that's vibrating on a negative, on a lower level. Victim mode, a victim feeling, is also a lower feeling, a negative feeling. Look at the vibrational charts, and you will see that certain feelings that you think that are actually worse than anger, you will see in the vibrational chart that there is anger, but there are actually things that you don't even think that they are worse than anger or active in the system. And you're feeding these lower energies, and your body is now starting to resonate on the lower energies. And the plan actually is for you to feel better. But if you want to feel better, you need to vibrate on a higher level, and you need to feel feelings on a higher level. So now you have to change it. The best thing is to find the middle, and then from the middle you can move up the scale, because from the middle you can see both sides. You can see what is the downside of the negative side, the positivity of the positive side. But the thing is that Spirit wants you to understand both sides. So what happened with me is that after my breakup, when I was alone, it was not possible for me to see my children, and I felt really sad, alone, and I felt like a victim. So a victim mode and sadness, or lower vibrations than anger. And I didn't know that. But then when I saw this chart, I knew that I had to get rid of my lower vibrations, and I had to get rid of my sadness, my feeling of loneliness. And what first happened, of course, I went into anger. But anger is still a higher vibration than a victim vibration or a sad vibration. So when I went into anger, that was for me a vibrational step to go higher. And then from anger, I came to a neutral state. And then from this neutral state, I jumped up into love, peace. But first, you have to understand, and I needed to understand, that the lower the state that we are in, the victim modes, are actually worse than anger. And to get out of it is to let go of the lower energies, feel them, and then let go of them, and then make the choice that you want to level up and bring your vibration higher, so you can remind yourself that you're not a victim, but you are the cause of what all happens. And when you take your power back by saying, it was because of me, then you can take your power back. And this is one of the most powerful things I've learned in life, is to take your power back by saying it was all because of me, for my doing. I accepted this. I was the one that made this happen. And then you can understand that if you were the one that made this happen, you are the one that can prevent what happened in the past. You needed to understand that sometimes you need to remove yourself from a person or a situation, because it's not gonna change of itself, and it's only gonna change if it wants to change. So I was tired of waiting. I was fed up. It was over. It was finished. And that is what I needed to learn, that there is a maximum, but you need to set the boundaries, and you have to empower these boundaries constantly. Always say, this is the line and not further. And if someone doesn't respect that line, you have to remove yourself from the situation and say, okay, this person is not for me. This situation is not for me. So understand that the lower vibrations, what their power is and what they are creating in your body and in your life. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell button. Bye-bye.